Alright, stop fucking around. It's time for a map review. Everyone shut the fuck up. Okay. Starting on offense. We do the sack. The sacks are the best on this map. We wait for Azzy to get in position, though, every time. So we wait for his cue, and then we go in. Techno.
Wait, hold on. You want me to go get Azzy?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm recording this, though.
I didn't realize he was here.
Yeah, we wait for it. We wait for his cue. Techno will try to time up with him with the man-witch. Fails literally. Just be with our combo at the beginning, get a buff, and do your first jump over here. Walk into this little trench. You're safe here, except like the sniper might shoot you, but he's gonna be looking for our med, so don't worry about it. And then when you need to bomb, don't do that. But do a shot off the left wall here and get onto playground. When you're up here, you can often just like spam the gun if it's being sapped. Just bot for the gun. Even if a heavy's here, you might be able to get the gun down before he kills you. If they have nobody on playground, then obviously just like spam them out. But yeah, that's the sack. You can do a little more of an elaborate bomb if you want, but I just like bombing from the trench. I'm gonna be on base jumper, and you know, the sacks usually are successful for us. Red and Zuzu, you're on the cart, ×3 the whole time. You know the drill. As soon as it... Hello, Azzy. Thank you for getting here. As soon as the cart gets here, you can't move it any further. Then Red, you can try to push the right side, especially if the gun's down. You can just try to pepper people, wait for an opening, and try to get in and clean up. Especially during or after an Uber exchange, which we probably will have to do. Whenever we do an Uber exchange, by the way, our medic is in spawn the whole time. Med, you're going to be around here. Never peek. Just be here buffing people as they come out left side. You can buff Levi too, who will be sniping probably from main here. And then...
Isn't that right, Med?
Yes.
Nines is in here.
Yes, it's me, Nines. So then you come out. When we're ready to do an Uber exchange, we make sure that their sniper is being pressured, or Techno, you can body block for our med with Fist of Steel, and we can hang out here. And then we like right after the sack, we want to immediately do an Uber exchange. Like, we don't hesitate. Like, we need to never ever hesitate. As soon as I spawn, because I'm gonna die from the sack, I will come up left side and I'll call for it. We use early, like right here, and we just kill all their shit. This Uber should not go bad. Techno, actually, I would like you passively helping in this Uber, maybe from up here, trying to pressure the pyro if he's not being flashed in the Uber or being Ubered, because it can just be really good. And yeah, of course.
There's a lot of good angles on this point. So.
And another good thing for Heavy to do on this, for capping first, is just to play the cart. I'll leave it up to you. I honestly just play cart. And that should be it. We want to focus the gun. We want to coordinate a sap with our spy. First should never be a strong hold. We should always be able to break a first hold. We should just need to all know what to do. Fails, assuming that any of like the playground classes are dead. I mean, like heavy, pyro. That means, and especially if the gun's down, then just bomb playground repeatedly, and you should be able to get sniper picks. You can stand up here and shoot through these stupid wooden slats and just kill dispensers and people who are trying to hide in that corner. A lot of meds like to hide here, and it's just a free kill for you. On to second. If their sniper's dead, we just take Hill. If he's alive, we buff Levi, and he's the only one who peeks this first. Nobody else does. When we want to actually push, we want to kill their sniper. If we don't kill their sniper, we can force Hill, but I would, especially if they're doing a forward hold, I would opt for us going through side tunnel. This means that we bring our combo in here. We go up these stairs, which Technoman pointed out to me in Prolander, which I didn't realize. I used to go all the way around. So you go up these stairs, and yeah, we just use in here. When we go into here, you want to always be careful of players that are watching side tunnel. It can definitely be a heavy here, and when I go over defense, Techno, you're going to see I want you to play here, because this is just really strong. So we just need to be mindful of that. I'm not joking. Shut up. Don't mock me. I'm the fucking team leader. So
So aggressive in your streams.
I am. So yeah, we can push from side tunnel. What that means is, honestly, it can be a pyro Uber. I think would be the best to open up, because the gun's going to be close, probably around here. Catherine could just run in there, but if their pyro's playing close, he can just stuff us in here, so we need our pyro to deny their pyro, basically. So Catherine will be Ubered here. Catherine will try to make as much space for us as possible, and then we will follow up. In this case, I think during the actual Uber exchange, I want you and me, Techno, to be actually coming out, because Catherine's gonna be making space for us. We'll be able to actually just like do stuff during the Uber, like pressure the gun and watch for spies as usual during the whole thing. Assuming that we want to push from hill, that means their sniper is dead. Then we just go behind this rock here. Our med should be comfortable going here. You can kind of stand a little bit further back if you want to see forward or watch for bombers. We want our demo to be spamming over this because they're going to be holding behind this rock. So if we can ever have a position behind the other rock, that's just like free spam for me. I might be able to just get the gun down early. And yeah, like for any kind of forward hold on second that they're doing on defense, if we ever get established like our combo behind this rock, then we're in a good spot. We might not even need to use, but we might force them, and then we have to use in response. So yeah, and when we use Uber from here, this time it should just be on me, and pretty much a solo. I'll go in, try to make as much space as I can, and then we have a follow-up. Fails, you can bomb in. You can go under, go around in cliff, go to B house, go behind B house. The classic thing that I like to do as soldier on this point is just to play around drop down, and you can shoot through here. You can shoot here and splash that. You can go here and just get stupid corner shots and pressure the NG. Additionally, fails, you can bomb just from this platform. A lot of like invite map reviews like mention that like how good this bomb is and that you can do a sync off of it. You actually can't quite do a sync, but it's just as good as one really. And go for that if they're overcommitting to this fails, or yeah, it might be a suicide play, but just go for stupid bombs, because especially if you're coordinating it with me, because what I'm going to be doing as demo is I'm going to be trying to push around this corner as soon as possible and just lock down this choke, because this point is a free cap every time. As soon as I start locking down this choke and I call it fails, then you can bomb for free, and there might be players overextended here that are damaged by me, and then you can just clean up, and it can be a decisive cap.
Phase, if you want to get the sync, you actually wall shot off that shack.
You still can't really, and then you ceiling smash, because the skybox is not that high. But you're right, you get a little more height with that, but still. Maybe you're right.
You have to be somewhat perfect.
It's just
you have to like, shoot it before you strafe, so you have to be like somewhat of a god.
In my opinion,
that.
that's like a scuffed kind of jump. That's not that great. You're gonna take more fall damage. You can just do a simple single jump from here, and it's fine. Just make sure that you strafe around this. You gotta strafe around that, because you will bonk if you don't.
I say do a simple jump, simply because you have one extra rocket to use when you land.
Yeah. This is not a jump map, and believe me, I want it to be, but.
Well, I mean, it's horizontally, so all the ramp slides and stuff, but.
Fails. Please speak in the voice chat and not in text chat like a man.
Yeah.
So yeah, go ahead, Techno.
What if you spam around that corner phase? Could you alert me to it?
Yeah.
I assume I'm playing in apartments, right?
Yes, or you can play the cart if their sniper's dead. Especially if I'm already locking this down, you can just play the cart.
If you calm when you're spamming over, it's just starting to spam them. I can assist you from window, because then it'll be double the pressure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Actually, I think that's probably the best spot for heavy on this point on offense is to spam from window, not spam from window, but shoot. And Levi, obviously on this point, there's a lot of different spaces you can get, especially if you win the SVS right away on hill. You can just walk forward and be really oppressive from here. You can
the rocks here, or just advance forward if your sniper is dead or you're relatively suppressed.
Yeah, I would recommend this sideline from cliff, This
Oh,
is
yeah,
this
that
is
one.
game
Bro,
over.
that-
This is game over.
That sight line,
Oh yeah, this one's broken as shit.
it's
Yeah.
so good.
I hate that one when we're defending. Basically,
Afghanistan?
as soon as I know that the sniper is on cliff there, I literally just stay in the house.
You lose. You
Yeah,
lose.
I
Wait,
realize
Is
that.
Afghanistan?
They literally can headshot you all the way here.
Yeah.
I thought Afghanistan was the rock all the way on top of a hill.
I know. I'm.
Don't call it
more or less
No,
coming
no,
in.
we'll go into callouts later. We'll go into callouts later. Anyways, like I said, second is not a strong hold. We should try not to use here, unless they have people very forward and their sniper is not being killed and is playing too forward. By the way, it fails. If their sniper is ever just here, and it doesn't have people guarding him, just sack for him. Don't be afraid if you die because he should be dead. And trading for the sniper is amazing, especially if it's the defending sniper. You might get denied by the gun, but you should still be able to get a rocket in, especially if you pre-fire it as you're bombing in, and then just get a clean kill. Yeah, we don't want to use Uber here. Ideally, we don't even have to do an exchange. We just pressure them out. I lock this down. We get the cap. For third, it's a lot more complicated. If we have add, we don't want to use right away because the cart has to move up quite a bit. I know I've said this before. We just want to make sure that our cart pushers are getting the cart up. Try to get as much as possible. Call for me if I don't do this, but I will now start doing this where I'm actually going to come here and push cart with you and spam over this just to get people who might be forward over off this place. And also, a sniper can't really see you from here unless you get a little too far up or if you jump, like I have a bad habit of doing. And yeah, I'm going to be trying to just spam from here. I might be able to get a spam angle on the gun and get it down early. So this is just a good thing to do. When we're done doing that, and we can get the cart up only a certain amount, then we have to do a standard Uber exchange. What that means is we're going to be in-house, and we're going to be building here. Our med should not be standing anywhere near this door. Even if you stand here, you're actually susceptible to a spam angle from soldier from catwalk. So just stand like back here. It's fine. Watch for spies coming from under. Watch for spies from back there. Spies decloaking on this.
stairs.
Under the stairs, of course. There's spies can fuck you here, so that's the last thing we need. Catherine's gonna be spy checking, but we
back
all
on
should
the
be
wheel.
turning around. Yeah, back on the wheel. When we're actually getting ready to do an Uber exchange, first of all we want to make sure that our whole team is alive, because this is one of the harder points to push. We want to make sure that our cart pushers are ready to follow up, and we want to make sure that their sniper is being pressured or dead. And we will then use Uber. If the sniper's alive, we might have to use early, and that's okay. But we want to make sure we know to do that, so we can just hug this corner and then use. I will walk up and just try to make as much space as possible. When I'm doing this, I would like fails on offense, play on catwalk, and then try to get pressure onto elbow during the actual exchange. The heavy's going to be here most likely, so you can call for me to help with some damage, or like red can come with you, but like you guys just need to kill that heavy and try to get in here. That'd be amazing. And because he's going to be distracted by me. I'm going to be up here. If the sniper's dead, by the way, we will use later. We can wait until we're pretty far forward, but we don't want to be too greedy because spies could be waiting and just drop us. It's actually happened to us a couple times. Additionally, our flank can go through shithouse. That can always be strong. Techno, if you ever want to do a mix-up play, or actually I would just recommend this full-on, go shithouse, because flank heavy on this point is actually a bit of a theory that works. You can head glitch from over here quite safely. You can eat a sandwich down here, and whenever you're baiting their players all the way over to shithouse to deal with you, that is a huge opening for us, and that might make them cross sight lines. Levi can just get a free kill on them. The main important thing for this point is it's really hard to cap, so our cart pushers need to be prioritizing that as much as possible, as boring as it is. I will try to get the gun down as much as possible. Whenever you see me forward here, trying to pressure and get space, I need you guys to help claim this space with me, because this is a really rough point to cap because of the cliff. So if we have enough people up here, when their pyro comes forward and tries to air blast us off, we can focus him. That said, during the Uber exchange, they're going to use on their pyro and try to get us all off, so I don't want everybody committing during the actual exchange. We want to wait for the post so we can actually kill the pyro, but pyro picks on this point are the priority. Go for them as sniper, go for them as spy, and Azzy, as always, go for a coordinated sap. The most common gun spot's probably around here. The NG is going to be spy checking around here. The pyro's going to be around here. So,
Yeah.
but if you can ever get like a pyro kill, that would be insane. But I know that's
Yeah.
probably the hardest class for you to ever kill.
Yeah. When they walk at you, it opens them up sometimes.
Yeah. I know you're a fan of trick stabs.
No. No.
Yeah.
Please.
So that's
I don't want to
third.
associate with that word.
It's
I have
level
a-
4.
I have a thing I'd like to bring up.
Yes, please.
Lasky showed in his demo review to monosodium glutamate. There's a sniper sightline all the way down here. You can view the bridge to shoot up at the heavy that's going to be sitting
Oh yeah, look
on
at that.
catwalk or whatever.
Yeah,
it is.
he showed us that.
That's pretty dumb.
Jane.
Yeah. So Levi, you can.
Yeah,
It's
Levi.
down here.
Yeah,
It's through this.
you can shoot the heavy on there, and it's just through the bush though.
That's pretty busted,
Oh,
but
shit, I'm gonna fucking come.
yeah. The only thing that worries me about that is you're just gonna get stabbed by spies. So just be checking behind yourself now and then.
I mean, if I don't see anything for more than 2 seconds, I'm gonna move from there, obviously. So.
I mean, if
Yeah,
you're
yeah, that
planning on
makes
going to
sense.
that sight line, you might as well just put the Razorback on because their sniper's not going to be a threat to you if you're kind of just using that sight line.
That's fair, and you're probably not gonna be around our med, who's gonna be in house anyway. So you're not gonna need a buff or ever get a buff.
Like you can,
That's
you
a
can
broken
use- you
sight line.
can-
That's great.
Yeah, you can start like using that as well, Levi. Just like if you're not playing with the med, just put on the Razorback, and if you're playing with the med, then you know.
Azzy, if you can ever get in here, like if you weave in between their pyro spy checking movements somehow, and you get into elbow and kill their heavy, that'd be insane. Because just expect the heavy to always be there. You can probably just get in from walking through main, to be honest, depending on how much their demo is spamming, or just go through shithouse. There's a lot of options for you.
Or if I really want to, I could just take the long way.
It's just really important that we wait for Azzy to be in position before we push this point. For last, our medic is building right here. Here we are checking for spies. Here we're turning around. Zuzu put a dispenser here. And we will never go into spiral before we actually have to. But honestly, unless there's snipers watching this clock from here and is playing with combo and tile, we should just use from here most of the time. I actually, the reason I say this is because even though many teams will say it's better to use from under, and we will use from under occasionally, I'm as demo is more comfortable using from here because I have more visual information and I can actually just get kills through these windows, and it's just easier to spam. But that's only if their sniper's not up here, which he most likely will be. Although, to be honest, I don't know why a sniper on last wouldn't just be watching main from back there. But there's pros and cons to each position. Otherwise, when we have Uber and we're ready to exchange, we'll come down here and we'll use from under. This should be an Uber on me, starting out, and pretty much only on me. I'll call for what we want, but we can follow up on Catherine because a pyro Uber in here is obviously just absolutely insane. Especially if we have ad. If we ever have in a position where we have ad on this point, it should just be an Uber on our pyro every time. Don't even worry about me. But if we have ad here and a team is trying to hold in tile, then they're throwing. As I've said before, whenever we actually get tile or clear them out of tile, and part of that is definitely killing the teleporter, which is going to be over here, we don't need to hang out in tile ever again. Once we clear tile, we can have some classes come up here, like Soldier coming up here is really good to spam the gun, but honestly, once the gun goes down as Soldier, just go up onto balcony. You can stand up here, Fails, and just be really annoying. We want to be spawn camping as much as we can. Like, watch, pay close attention to what kills we get, and be aggressive. Like, I want our flank going up onto the upper spawn area in the balcony as soon as you know it's free, and just claiming that space because we need to lock them down to actually get this last cap, because it's a bit of a grind. Again, once we clear them out of tile, we can then just come through main. And this is pretty easy. Unless there's snipers up there, which that's one of the more oppressive sight lines, then we can't really peek main, but if the sniper's ever dead, we'll just come through main, we just play the cart, we get the cap. As demo, you can expect me to be playing here when we clear them out of tile and we're trying to get the cap. I'll be spawn camping, and I'd like some support with me here. Our med can even play over here. So expect a heavy to be going in the quote-unquote gay spot down here. This could be a kill for you, Azzy, if you can like trick stab him. I'm sure you can actually just like drop down and like
Yeah.
get a stupid stab on him.
Right there. You play underneath.
If he's gonna play right there, then just getting on his head is gonna be like.
Oh yeah, you can play extra safe here, right, Techno? If you just play under the ledge.
That's why I played, because I get
Yeah.
scared of spy.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But yeah, we should always be expecting a heavy to be here. Although a lot of teams surprisingly don't do it that we play against, because it's kind of an amazing way to hold last. But yeah, that's how you cap last. I know I've been over this a lot, but this is mainly just a refresher for you guys. Just make sure that we keep the aggression up after the Uber exchange and after we clear them out of tile. But priority number 1 is getting them out of tile. And that should be pretty simple if it's just we wait for us all to be alive, we don't drop to spies, and we use on me or Catherine as needed. Catherine if we have ad, me on me otherwise. Fails if you can ever get in under tile here, you see an opening, you can do a jump like this, and then you can come up here and go for a force. I actually think this is a great play to do even during the Uber exchange or after for the post. Like getting behind, like if you see an opening and no one's watching this and you do this jump, you can just hide here, kill people who, like a scout may try to be checking here, you can just kill him, and then you're ready for the post to just bomb up here, and that is so strong. So try to go for that. As always, fails on offense here. I would recommend running gunboats and standard launcher. If you wanted to run direct hit, especially on this point, wouldn't blame you. So I'll leave that up to you. I know you're a little more comfortable with that weapon than I am, so use your own discretion. I actually think it can be really good on this point. It's just it can be a little worse during some fights where you want that splash, but I'll leave it up to you, like I said. That's offense. I'm going to switch over to defense. I'm going to try to speed this up a little bit because I'm taking too long again. Does anybody have any questions about offense?
No.
Good. Fails, by the way, do you know the cool jump? You gotta do this.
Is it the thing you showed last game? Oh no.
Alright, Fails? I want to see you do that flawlessly every time.
Well, show him the jump on first.
Oh! Okay, so I'll go over that. When we go over defense, I can't do that consistently, but Fails, there's actually a wall bug strat that I saw Voyager do. So the cleanest way to set it up, from my opinion, is you do this. You do a sync. And then you do... Okay, I didn't do it right. But if you hold the strafe key into the wall there and you're facing perpendicular to it, and you alternate A and D, you can set up a wall bug where you're just suspended up there, and then you can drop their medic. Just kidding, Fails, don't do that. It's a really hard setup, and...
That's what Jip tried to do once.
He did that on Vigil, and
Vigil.
it didn't work. I think he dropped down at the wrong time. But
He just got caught out.
They're
Like,
nuked!
we just saw him and
Sorry, I got killed.
stop mocking him. Alright, he's my best friend.
they did get nuked.
They're destroyed in pocket.
Okay, so for defensive first, we know what to do here. Techno, you don't peek sniper, you play around here. I don't want our med just holding up in this corner, honestly. Like, I would almost prefer you playing like a little bit further back and just being like, especially if you don't know there's snipers back here, like at the beginning, because they're gonna go for a sack, so expect the sack. You can hold this. Sorry, go ahead.
Pulaski said that he thinks Med should zone these barrels at the beginning.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. If you're here, you're gonna throw off the enemy team because they're not gonna see you. You're safe from sacks, especially against teams that we know like to sack. Just stand here. It's fine, especially at the beginning. Then you can come out. You're gonna be buffing here. People here. You're gonna be buffing our sniper. You're gonna be keeping our heavy buffed. Techno, I know you like to play up here, right?
I've been trying both.
Did you try the Kresnik spot, which is over here at the beginning?
Oh, I gotta still do my demo review for the week. I have not looked at it yet. Is that the spot?
Yeah, you can start the round here.
Okay.
And if you play the pillars right, like standing right here, you're actually safe from everything except the roof sight line. But if you move slightly, you can use the pillars to block the roof sight line too. So if you know where the sniper is, you're just safe here. And this spot's really nice because you can deny a lot of people trying to rush from wood or from stairs. Like, you can even come a little forward and just have a lot of denial there, because having a little bit of extra insurance to deny this space is really good for me, because I'm going to be the only one really locking this down. I like to put traps like right here. A lot of teams fall for that, or like right here or there. I'll be spamming constantly. I need to watch out for spies here, because I'm going to be a little bit disconnected from the combo, which is going to be over here. Fails, you know the drill. I know what I like to do on this map is just like when it's around 3 seconds on the clock, or maybe 4, you start the charge shot and then you just aim it right there. Very specifically, right there. You will splash a lot of snipers with that shot. So go for that, and once you take that shot, if you know the sniper is rotated or he's not there anymore, you can start doing charge shots just down this little choke here, and you will splash people. It's so stupid, but it works. You can charge banners. Fails, I would recommend battalions, pretty much for this whole map. Except for some points, you might want to run conch just to have the passive healing, because it actually is broken. I don't know if you guys knew this, but the conch means that you actually can't die to 2 pipes, because you'll be left with 1 health. I don't know why, but I only just recently realized that because I didn't know math. Anyway, it's a good one too. But at the same time, if you run battalions and you're full health, you also don't die for 2 pipes. So both of them have the benefit.
I died of 4.
Good for you.
I died of 1.
So
Yeah.
a new thing that I want us to do in defending first is to not overcommit to it like we always do. Like, okay, if we don't drop any players and we're doing fine, then that's fine. We can just keep holding and hold our Uber and try to get as much time as we can on first. But if I ever die, if Technoman dies, if Catherine dies, we should leave. Like, honestly, we should just leave off of that pick. If Levi dies, we can probably stay, but we just have to not peek and nobody else can die. Like, that's a really bad situation. But yeah, we need to pull out sooner rather than later. What that means is, and this is from Nursey herself, we can just leave through tunnel. In fact, we should leave through tunnel, because leaving over the hill leaves you much more open to sniper. Like, if he's walking up the hill there, he has a better sight line on you, whereas tunnel is just a little safer, and it's faster actually to get back to second. So
I feel like everyone just always takes over the hill regardless, though. I don't know why.
it's an instinct. It's an instinct, and I think people think it's the high ground, so they think it's better.
It's the next place we hold.
Yeah.
That's why people go.
So we want to pull out a first early and hold ad especially, and hold our Uber, and have Uber for second. If we pull out and we have Uber for holding second, then we will go for a forward hold on second. This is a very strong hold that we haven't done in the past, because we usually overcommit to first. Zuzu, you're going to have a dispenser here. You're going to have your gun around there. Or there's a lot of different gun spots, but I would recommend back there. You can wrangle it and cause a lot of disturbance for the enemy team. Techno, I want you here. I will be around the dispenser here, spamming over this rock, and I will assist you in tunnel if you need, Techno. Also, you can come back and grab this ammo pack as you need, but just beware the sniper. Levi, I like you playing on the platform here, or you can come closer to combo. But I'm sure you know how broken that sightline is, and that will just be insane for us. And that's kind of why this hold is so good, mainly, is because of the way Sniper has just the dominant position here. I'm glad Verd left. I really like that he cares and is a team player.
I'm watching it on Discord.
Good. So
Yeah, does that mean I'm not a team player because I'm watching on Discord? Excuse me?
die. So Fails,
Thank you.
you can rotate out of... You can kind of be a little more forward here and kind of bait people into Techno, which can be really smart. You can play around Techno here. Or you can play on the other side, but just kind of roam around here, Fails, see what openings you have. You can try to spam from here at the cart pushers. Just beware of a pyro rushing you. Same thing for you, Red. Just like be with Fails here and just rotate around, spy check. Like you guys are kind of generalist classes. Well, you are generalist classes, but on this point, you're kind of a generalist. That means that like you can do a lot of different things, but just roam around and like be like the backbone of our team here, and support our combo. Catherine, you're spy checking as usual. You're not peeking sniper. You're just hanging around here. You're getting ready for the Uber exchange because you are going to be vital in this Uber exchange. Pretty much in every single defensive Uber, we want to use on Catherine, except on first, really. But because Catherine can just deny so much space. Catherine can, if they use from side tunnel, Catherine can just stuff them in there. If they use from hill, Catherine can actually just get free kills by blasting them off the edge. So we'll see that that's also the case in the next point. But the forward hold's really good. We can get a lot of time on second. If we have disad and we have to do the more passive hold on second, we're basically giving this up. I'll put some traps out. We might get some kills. Levi, you can play out here with a buff and see if you can get something. But if we can't really get many picks, then we can't hold this. If we do get enough picks and we get Uber and they're not taking enough space, we can just try to establish the forward hold on second and get back into it. But other than that, if we're doing the passive hold, we're getting ready to leave. We don't want to use here. If we're doing a passive hold at second, we don't want to use to try to get the point back. This is a bad point to hold, especially if you're doing passive hold. We're just going to go back to third. Does anybody have any questions about second hold?
Die.
There's just a few new things that I want us to be aware of, but I think this can be really dominant for us, so I can't wait to try it. For third, again, when we're leaving, you always want to leave through house, never leave around here. And Techno, you know to play an elbow. I'm going to be playing here, respecting the sniper. I'll be spamming. Fails play on catwalk a lot. I just think this is insanely dominant as soldier. Fails, be aware of this spam angle. Oh, sorry. Yeah, this one. When that door is open, this is insane. So free damage there. You can build banner really easily, and you could just be an absolute nuisance here. Ask for arrows as you need. You can just come back here and get free arrows. It's an easy shot for our medic. He doesn't have to peek sniper. And yeah, you can use Mangler here. Honestly, you should just use Mangler here too. It's just good on this point as well. I think some soldiers would argue that there's downsides to using the Cow Mangler, but I really think it's a great weapon on this map on almost all points, except for last, which I'll go over in a bit. Levi, you're going to be watching this sight line. It's broken. We all know this. Zuzu, the dispenser. Do you put it here or here?
I usually put it in the more forwards position.
Okay, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. I like this because it means that we're going to be encouraged to play more forward, and we should be playing more forward. The only thing that is bad about this is we need to pay attention to when Technoman dies. If Technoman ever dies, we need to back up and we can't play dispenser anymore. We should play behind here.
If Technoman is dead, you want me to back up the dispenser?
Yeah, actually, if you can pay attention to that, that would be great.
Okay.
And then put your gun here, Zuzu, or somewhere around here. Wrangle it. Watch for spies.
And you want me to sit in the corner for spy, yeah?
Yeah. Always check behind you for the spy. Or you can literally sit in the corner, like Lasky said, which is really strong. Catherine is going to have the time of her life on this point, as she has many times. When the Uber exchange happens, it'll be called early, hopefully by you, Azzy, if you're behind. And Catherine will get a million kills. Yeah, you'll have eyes on it too as soon as it comes up. So, actually, along that point, Techno, what do you usually do during exchanges here?
During exchanges? Well, first, I see what they're if they haven't used by the time they're out there, I'll try and force them.
Nice. Yeah, that's perfect.
If they've used, I will cower at my corner.
Like
unless
here?
they see me until I will cower. Well, no, other side.
Oh, here?
Yeah. No, okay. I'll just come up.
Okay.
I'll just come up face. You're an absolute idiot.
Probably this here.
Oh, all the way back here by the small pack?
No. Okay. So what I do is I'll typically sit here in like the corner in line with the door frame.
Oh, right,
I'll see
okay.
if anybody's coming up. If they're not, then I wait till their Uber's done, and at which point I reaggress. I'll stop here first, because this is where the medic will be.
Okay.
Or he'll be like up there. but it does a crab claw.
I like everything you just said except for walking out here in the post. You're just like, how many times have you been sniped? That's my worry. So in the post Uber, I would recommend like never going out the door, but just shooting head glitch shots at people trying to come over the platform. If they're here, that's fine. They have to deal with you. They have to deal with you if they want to ever come up on hill.
I'm gonna manwich them.
Okay. I don't know why you're lashing out. Just don't peek the sniper in the
ballsy,
post.
You can maybe sneak in shots through this.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You can. If the sniper's dead, Techno, I'm sure you know too. Like you can walk out and get really annoying behind the sheet metal.
Technically, this sniper has no sightline against either this. Like it's literally cock blocked by this here,
Yeah.
up and below.
So honestly,
the bush spot, the Reagan and Bush. These people.
Okay, shut up. Techno, you can get a lot of combo kills with fails here. If their sniper's dead and you want to play around here, fails are going to be spamming people trying to come out on catwalk, and so try to support him in that way. If you don't want to actually come out to the sheet metal, which honestly you shouldn't, just play around here and you can just shoot people there. Just beware the sniper.
I play catwalk.
You can play catwalk in general, but just don't die. Like, make sure fails is alive. But I'm not actually not opposed to it. Like, I think it's actually okay. Thing is, it's nice to have you. It's nice to have you here to like spy check occasionally, to come back and like. And also, when you're here, you're actually blocking this from spies coming through. You're literally body blocking. So.
Well, I'm not standing like in the doorway typically, because what happens is they just start shooting stickies up.
Not even the doorway, just in the middle, right here.
Yeah.
I said like here.
Yeah. And even then, like the spy has to maneuver around you, and if you're like shuffling back and forth, then. So yeah, it's just another line of defense against the spy. If you're on catwalk, then that's not really the case. So that's the only downside I have of catwalk.
I usually go catwalk whenever we're rolling them.
Yeah, that's fine. If we're rolling them, then we're just rolling them, and it's whatever. Nothing really matters. The things to look out for on this point is plays from shithouse. That's mainly my responsibility. So if you ever see people like trying to flank, just let me know. If you see like, because a lot of teams will send like stupid players over here, like a pyro. Some teams will send their sniper here, in which case that's kind of a disaster. So just call that. That would be my job to spam them out, and that should be easy work for me. I just need to remember not to walk too close to it, because then I'm peeking a sightline. That goes for everybody. This sightline is insane. Don't peek it ever. There's no reason to. Just live, except during an Uber. Azzy, I hope you know about the decloak spot here.
Not in particular.
Yeah, you can stand all the way over here. Because there's these little wooden slats that go out even further.
Supports.
So yeah, you can. A lot of players forget this, so use it.
I'm sure the pyro will accidentally ignite me there, though.
If the pyro's playing cart, which if he is, then they're bad.
Yeah, you're right.
So the only people you should expect in the cart should be the scout and the NG. Maybe other players will push the cart. Like honestly, when I'm capping this point, I will sometimes even play the cart just to make sure it gets capped.
Do you want me on the cart?
But
like, do you want me sitting there? Because I can like usually I mean I don't know if you want me to be going for the combo more. I mean obviously I can like make the judgment myself if the pyro is being rather paranoid. Just not being there will make him like his day terrible, because him not knowing where I am is probably one of the most scariest things in his mind. And if I'm just sitting here with a cloak and dagger, like being a comm spy, and also gonna like poke anybody's butt who tries to get the cart pushed like a little goblin.
yeah, I will say I want you playing here when they're building Uber. If we have ad, I think that's the only time, because otherwise, if we're actually worried that we're going to do an exchange, I prefer you actually be like behind somewhere, like around here or maybe by under, just ready to like make a play, because that could be insane. Because right after the Uber exchange, they're going to have players lingering around here, looking forward and trying to fight, and that's like free kills for you. So yeah. But otherwise, like if we have ad, then definitely play the cart, because when they're building Uber, they're probably going to send people to just like sack to try to keep the cart moving, and then if you just kill them, that's insane. Also, if you kill their cart pushers before they're about to do an exchange, or just if you kill their cart pushers at all,
Yeah.
it's incredible on this point.
I do that. I remember like I did that on like what was it, like Swiftwater? Like I just killed the soldier, the scout and the NG on the cart, and then the cart just didn't move because I think they forgot to send people to push the cart.
Yeah, it's really strong. Regarding Scout Red, what do you usually do on this point?
Not much.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is not a fun point for Scout. What I would do if I was playing Scout on this point is I would like just be in shithouse. I would be spy checking a lot in general for the team, and maybe I would try to like passively hang around this area here. I probably wouldn't go any further, but I would like just camp this pack. You can prevent spy from just walking through down here for free. You can have eyes on under, and I just think just playing around under here is really good. So I'll leave it up to you. I think you usually do that anyway, and you can, spam Rap Assassin and be annoying as usual. And that's about it for this point. And honestly, Red, like if you ever see an opening, you can try to get behind and like run around, try to go under or something. Especially during or after an Uber exchange, you can function much like a spy and just like be behind, ready to punish people who are moving out of a fight. I know Glass actually did that a couple times on this map.
Yeah.
Anyway, does anybody have any questions for defensive third? This is the primary point you defend besides last, so we should be confident in how we do this. I actually think we do this really well, so let's just keep it up. For fourth and last, or rather, we want to go into tile. We want to have so this is what I want you to do on this point, Fails. I want you to run black box. I want you to run battalions, or actually I want you to run conch here, just so you stay alive, because you being alive and just denying this is insane. You can single-handedly do that with specifically with black box conch, because you're not going to have our med beaming you, but with that combination, you're basically just have a med. So like, don't die, don't overextend, but just keep spamming this, and you can just lock down clock yourself. It's insane with the packs here. But I will do it as well, Fails. I will try to routinely put a trap up there, and I will also having you there will enable me to watch not only main but under as well, which is more important because most teams, I think the meta now is they will Uber from under. So just be up here, Fails. Zuzu, you know the drill. You put the telly over there. You can put dispenser over here if you want, Zuzu, for our med to use. But otherwise, I'm sure you know the best gun spot is just there. Wrangle it from there. And dispenser, yeah. Honestly, don't even put the dispenser up here. Just put it over there to deny the spy.
If you want, Chief.
The thing is, I just think it's so strong to deny the spy there because NG is the most important. NG is such an important class in defending last here. And just put it there, Zuzu. It's fine.
But it fails. Remember the soldier spam spot from under. If I ever call you to do that, I need you to do that so I can get up and fucking their backside.
How about this? Zuzu? Put your dispenser up right here as we're immediately going to defend this point. Put your dispenser up and then immediately destroy it. So we get the medal. Then put it up here. Just so we have a bit of metal here, because I want Catherine to be full on metal, like at all times on this point. The issue is shut up. The issue is in order for us to get ammo, it's kind of annoying. We have to either go all the way over here, or I think there's an ammo pack under.
There is an ammo pack under.
Yeah, there's the ammo pack under, but that's a risk to go down and get. So ammo is going to be important to conserve on this point. But
what about the ammo and clock?
Yeah, there's the ammo and clock as well. But I think this is the safest one to get for sure. Thank you for pointing that out, Edgar. Assuming we have clock.
Baby.
For you as well. And speaking of you, Techno, there's a lot of places you can play here. Just don't peek sniper. I would recommend like somewhere around here, just watching this, watching under, and actually right here is probably fine because you can shoot people trying to come in from clock. You can rotate here and shoot people going from under at the same time. And even playing on this railing can be good. Where do you usually play? Oh, standing specifically on that railing?
I usually stand here. I get a view of under and I get a view of the doorway at the same time.
Here's the thing, Techno. So I like that positioning, but along another point here, during the actual exchange, I don't want you dying I think the best thing for you to do is to pull out your Fist of Steel and jump out the window.
Jump out the window?
Yeah. I don't think you should back up here and go back to where the telly is, because you're just going to get spammed out by their demo, who's the best class at punishing classes who are backing away.
It's long range, and Levi's here, right?
I mean, not necessarily. Levi will probably be playing on the spot over there. He could be playing down here.
Here for a while, not so long, because if they're smart, they're gonna get used to it. So I gotta mix shit up.
Yeah. So
You get pushed out of that spot really quickly.
don't expect Levi to play here. The only issue is Techno, like as demo, when I'm pushing this point and I'm getting Ubered, any players that I see backing up here, I'm like, oh, free kills.
Yeah, like I can maybe try get anywhere between 0 and 4 easy ass kills here, but after that they're gonna send people through the tiles upper to stop that.
Here's the thing, Techno.
I feel betrayed.
If you jump out the window, and specifically don't jump, because then you'll take fall damage. So just fall out the window, I should say. Come down here. You're gonna force them to actually come back down and deal with you here, and they have to send more than one class.
Okay, well, here's the thing about that is I'm just gonna drop down the little chute here
Okay, that's fine.
because I don't get shot by sniper then.
Yeah, that makes more sense. You're right. That's fine. Just drop down the chute. Just don't die. Is the
Can I
main
go
thing.
to clock?
You can go to
Can I be a
clock.
health goblin?
Just make sure that we have, like, if you're the only one in clock, then that's fine. Or then don't do it. Don't go to clock if, like, Fails is dead and I'm dead. Go to clock if Fails is still alive, so he's there with you. Otherwise, just opt for jumping down the chute, the pipes. Zuzu, like I said, the gun's there. Not nines, you're going to be playing here. You're going to be not peeking sniper. You can actually just stand here. You don't have to worry about sniper. You can have a lot of mobility here, but just don't peek him. In general, I don't like strats where medics just crouch in dispensers, because that means that they're not really aware of what's going on in the game. So, like, a medic who's able to gather information and still be in a safe position is always better. So I would recommend our med do that. Catherine spy checking as usual. During the Uber exchange here, I believe the defensive Uber should just be on our pyro. Because of the close quarters, it's just insane. Catherine can deny people and just keep them out the whole time. While the rest of us, like, what I like to do is just kind of pull back a little bit, set up stickies, and just wait for the post. I will also be watching clock and Fails during the whole Uber exchange. I mean, obviously Fails, if they use from clock, then you can get out. You can either jump out the window or whatever, or come back and get the pack, but just don't die. Try to get a read on when they're going to use so you don't die to it. And then we can use on Catherine, who can just deny them from here. Or if we can get even forward and Catherine can deny them actually in clock, that'd be even better, but most of the time they'll probably be able to come around the corner, but they'll just get stuffed in this corner. Nobody should be dying. We should be watching for spies, and then we should have a great post-Uber every single time, because they should have gained no ground if Catherine's alive. If Catherine dies, then the next best thing, I think, is to use on you, actually, Techno, because they will probably have a bunch of people trying to flood in from different spots. So if we use on you, you can force them to do a multi-Uber. So just shoot whoever's in who's not being flashed. If they just do a solo Uber, then that's fine. Then we're also doing a solo Uber, so the Ubers will be equally timed. But then because I think it's more important that I don't overextend and that I live during this. So I will be backing up. You'll be there. You might get some kills during the Uber and the post.
Wait, where are you going during the Uber?
I'm going to be playing a little more passive back here and setting up traps for the post.
Why
Because
don't you go through the window?
I think it's best that that I maintain the high ground as a demo. Look, you don't have to take an oppositional approach here. I'm the fucking team leader, and I'm telling you what to do.
Fucking team, dude. Fucking team.
I think that about covers everything. The only main differences between this review and the previous one is that I went over the forward hold of second a little more, and I was a little more specific about what I want Fails doing, especially on last tier Fails. Like I said, Black Box Conch, you're up here in clock, and honestly, I think this would be really good. One last thing, if you remember when Nursey went over a demo with us,
Give me a second.
she mentioned that if we ever have ad on this point, we should actually use into them from here and just kill them, because this can be a really easy kill. If their medic is here and we use from Spiral, that's an insanely bad position for him, because then he's pinched between us and people who can just come in through main. So if we ever do that, I want our flank ready. Either like Red, you can either be with the Uber or just flood through main during the Uber, and we should be able to get the gun, we should be able to get the med, and just roll them every time. So I will call for that whenever we have ad on this point. But yeah, that's about it, guys.
Generally speaking, when I usually can get over there pretty free. So
Through main?
yeah.
Yeah.
Not through main,
perfect.
but through under to there. Like, they never watch it.
Oh,
so,
yeah, under to tile, or under to Spiral.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I just get behind, and then the medic's just like AFK at the dispenser.
Yeah. I'm sure that happens more often than not. Does anybody have any questions regarding this map in general, specific holds, what you should be doing?
What the hell did you just do to me?
Questions going once, going twice?
Oh yeah, so where are the level 4 theoretical trick stabs on this map? I want to make sure that I'm always going for those, because everybody can fall for them. So let me explain real quick.
Azzy, fall in a ditch and die.